Welcome back to another installment of my video blog. It's been a couple weeks since I've had the opportunity to post an update. So what I wanted to do for just a couple of minutes is kind of go over the budget process. One of the most common questions I get when I'm back in district in the weekends or through emails or calls or texts here in Oklahoma City is just what is the legislature doing? Why does the process seem so sluggish? Why are things moving so slow? Why aren't y'all passing a budget? And I just wanted to kind of touch on a couple things today that deal with the budget. I want to take you first back to October, where the House began holding budget hearings for the top 5 state agencies that bring in over 80% of the appropriated dollars in the Oklahoma state budget, where they came before the House of Representatives and presented their budget proposals. That was the first time that the House has ever held a budget hearing that early. So that was in October. Then we move through the rest of the winter into January, where we once again brought in all of the state agencies for our regular scheduled budget meetings that we have every year. Same process, have them explain where they're at, what their needs are as we go into the session. As we've begun session, every single week our subcommittees that are in charge of helping the appropriations chairman craft a budget have been meeting every single week, again going over each agency in detail. As we've gone through session and begun crafting that picture through all those discussions, the approach that we're taking this year is one of 2 ways. The Oklahoma Constitution dictates that for us to raise revenue here in the House of Representatives as well as in the Senate, it takes a 3/4 majority vote. So that's 76 members of the House and 3/4 of the members of the Senate to be able to raise any taxes on the state of Oklahoma. But there's also another way, and that's through what we call 51 measures, where it only takes 51 votes in the House of Representatives, and that would be through looking at the reduction of subsidies, of tax credits, of tax deductions, and that's what we've been focused on here in the House of Representatives. No one wants to raise taxes on any individuals or corporations or any industry in the state of Oklahoma. So what we started with is those 51 measures, looking at our tax credits, looking at our subsidies, looking at our deductions, and going through that process and looking at the money that the state of Oklahoma gives away every year through those credits and deductions and subsidies, and pulling those back so that we are keeping more of the tax dollars so that we can give that back out to the state agencies. We have 4 to 5 weeks of session ahead of us, and we'll continue to work through the process and come up with a final product that I know that will place Oklahoma on a better path, not just for this year, but also for years to come. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. I love hearing feedback from people in my district as well as people outside of my district. So it doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. I value hearing from you. I value hearing your voice as we look at the issues that are facing Oklahoma. So please don't hesitate to contact my office.